Yes.
Okay, I hope you can hear us. It looks like you can. Okay, great. So yeah, that's a 7-part process.
I got it.
And
totally
Amber did
got
it.
it.
She's ready for Monday. So good work, Amber. Let's move. Everybody raise your arms just a bit. And not stretching hard through it, and raise them down, reaching towards your feet. And we're just going to increase it a little bit each time. Should feel like a stretch going down now further. Maybe about halfway to your maximum. Giving some tone to your muscles at the top, and then going back down, maybe 3/4 of your maximum. All right, now giving it a really good stretch and going all the way down, reaching through your toes. Whatever your maximum is, it may not be your toes, it may be your knees. And one more time, great big stretch. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Tense your muscles at the top, and then back down. Hold it at the bottom, wherever your bottom is, and come back up. Okay, feet, about 2 times hip width. And we're going to reach up with one arm, then reach up with the other arm. Reach even higher now, like you're picking some fruit off a tree. And higher. I feel so bad for Joni. It'll be okay, Joni. I know you'll get it out eventually. And one more time. Now you're reaching, but you're reaching to the side. Actually the diagonal, let's say. Picking from trees, picking cherries. And each time you reach, you go a little bit further. A little bit further. And now going just as far as you can. And as you're doing this, hold on a sec. As you're doing this, you really want to stay in what we learned in dance is the door plane. So you're not twisting in like this. You're keeping it right on the side. It's also called the lateral plane. Is that right? No.
Coronal.
Coronal.
I think so.
Oh, that's not good for these days.
No, I must have it wrong.
Coronal. Anyway, you get the picture. You want to stay nice and 2-dimensional as you reach. You get a nice stretch through your side. And other way. Very good. Now we're going to twist a bit. So just starting, keeping your feet with that wide stance, twisting just a little bit, maybe 20 degrees. And then twisting to the other side, 30 degrees. See if you can do this and keep your hips facing perfectly forward. If you had headlights on your hips, they would not be moving around the room. See if you can go to 45 degrees. Now adding in a reach. When you get to the 45, reach, reach. And now see if you can twist even further than 45. Or go to your maximum and then give it a little extra. All right, good. Let's come back. Feet hip width apart. We'll do a little bounce. Bouncing through your ankles if you want to, or keeping your heels on the ground. Letting the bounce move right on up through your spine. You can see how my head gets a little jiggle at the top. Try through your ankles if you want to.
6 minutes.
All right, good. So you're going to want to do this. If you can do a downward dog on the floor, that's great. If not, find a ledge of some kind, chair, countertop. You can even push up against the wall. And we're going to just reach down into the position and see if you can ground your heels through the floor in whichever position you're doing. And look at this. Don't try to, don't think of this as a traditional yoga pose. Just think of this as a position in which to stretch. So move your body around. Find all of the spots that it feels good to move through. It can be very fluid. You're up against a ledge of some kind. You can bend one leg and then the other. That feels good. Really reach through your back. Amber could reach up through her back and find different spots to stretch through her back. It's a very moving sort of activity. You can practice putting your butt back even further, or you can come up a bit. And just like a cat waking up in the morning, you're finding all of the various angles in which to wake up your body and your muscles. All right, let's come out of that and find our meditation situation. All right, when you're ready and seated, let's do one more. Reaching through the arms, waking up the body. Reaching to the side. Hopefully everybody has room. Give it a little twist to one side, a twist to the other side. Shake out your arms. Now give your legs a little bounce. You can bounce left, right, left, right, left, right. I'll try bouncing them together. Now left, right, left, right, left, right. All right, good, everybody. Taking a deep breath on the exhale, close your eyes. Feel a little rocking that happens at the hips. Find your fulcrum, that nice balance point where you don't have a lot of tension through your hip flexors. Growing tall through the back space. A light head floating up off of your spine. Feel that your entire body is situated to support easy breathing. Today, we're going to take a trip down a river. And you get to pick your vessel, something small, a canoe or a kayak. Or if you're extra adventuresome, a inner tube. And just imagine the scenery floating by. Imagine the feeling of the water. You're moving downstream, you're moving down the river. And enjoy it's a soft flowing river. Enjoy just the feeling of motion as the river moves you to the left and to the right. The trees, if you've ever had this experience, I think you'll understand the trees seem to be moving on their own. It's really you that's moving, but the trees kind of move if you look at the shore, and they're going by at a very stately pace. No rush. Imagine the sound of the water. You don't have to do much to keep your vessel going on course. You can hear birds. It's summertime on this river. A few wispy clouds overhead. The boat twists you a little to the left, a little to the right. And you can allow a little sway and motion to your body. It can be very, very tiny as you make your way down the river. Something I love about being in water, whether it's in the ocean or on a river, is this constant sense of moving, just a little bit this way, that way, in all directions. Encouraging the joints to relax. Just watching the world go by. Maybe you see a beaver plop into the water. Letting the imagery of the river come to you, no need to force it. Maybe there's not much happening on the river today. Another canoe goes by. Now, imagine that you get rid of your boat, you get rid of your paddle, and you even get rid of your body. and you just sink down right in to become identical to the river. And you feel the rush of the water as your body. Feel as it moves around rocks at the bottom of the river, how fish swim through you, how you have very slow pace in some areas and a quick pace in other areas. From hundreds of years of flowing and moving, you have absolutely no desire to change your own course. Your course flows as it will. Flowing down, down, down. Occasionally there's a whirlpool, a soft one. Occasionally there's more of an intense one. Now and then there's an area of the river that's stagnant, feels like it's just kind of separated and not moving very quickly, maybe even a little bit muddy. Imagine all the trees that have fallen into you, that you flow around. The leaves that fall on your surface that go floating down the river. All the people who traverse the river are very, very tiny compared to your total size. Children make little boats to float in you and on you. Some days you get rained on. Sometimes you don't see rain for many, many days. And you feel smaller, less energetic. Slower. And sometimes the rain comes in great torrents, fills you up to your banks. overflowing the banks. Increasing the speed of the flow. But most days, nothing much happens. Now we're going to keep this emotional state, this feeling of flow, this feeling of inevitability, of moving down, down, down towards the ocean. But we're going to get rid of the imagery of the river altogether. And we're just going to go right to the flow of our sensations and perception. The sensations and perceptions flow through you. Images flow through you. Breathing flows through you. And you don't feel even for 1 second that you need to change the course of the flow. Just like when we were rivers, there were exciting things happening, whirlpools, downfalls of rain. There can be exciting things happening in the flow of your body, emotions, perhaps. Or maybe it's all very calm and very slow. Whatever it is, wherever your internal state is today, is just perfect. Maybe your body is completely still, and that feels good. Or maybe it moves around just a touch, and that feels good. Being freed from any sense of volitional action, of any sense that I have to do something to make this right. Your awareness is freed up to enjoy the flow of the river, or in this case of your body, or even more accurately, your mind. Everything flows through you at a stately pace. flowing down, down, down towards the ocean. As you flow down, the currents grow quieter. And as they go quieter, you become aware of more and more subtle sensation and perception. Growing very quiet indeed as you watch this flow. There's nothing to understand here. This flow is before understanding. And let's breathe now a little more deeply. Still enjoying this feeling of flow and ease as you become more aware of the surroundings. Move your emphasis slightly away from sensation, the sensations of your body, to the perceptions, to your senses, to hearing. Crack your eyes open just a touch so you can see just the blurry space out in front of you. Open and close your hands. Wiggle your legs a little bit. See if as we take these more outward oriented actions, you can keep that feeling of flow and the lack of a need to change anything. All right, let's take our 3 breaths together. Ready? And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, now even as we come into more of a completely aware outward focus, See if you can keep that feeling that things are flowing through you. It may last 30 seconds, it may last 5 minutes. But just try that. See if you can keep that general tone to your body and your perception, even as you interact with others. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much for meditating. And we will be here on Monday. I will not be here until like 5 or 10 minutes into class. So you'll see me run in and try to catch up with the meditation.
With the move.
With the movement,
You'll
excuse
be
me.
there for meditation.
Yes, I'll be there for, that's right. This is important. I'll be there for the meditation. There will be meditation on Monday. Yeah, I won't be there to say hi to everybody at the beginning. Anyway, see you then. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Bye.